Hey YouTube, this is Edgar Brown, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while. I would like to say, you know, give a shout out to all the people who have supported me through the years making these videos. But this video has been this is gonna be special because I want to make a video based on my feelings about CM Punk's so-called main eventing of WrestleMania. All right. Honestly, in my humble opinion, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't. I want to ask all the CM Punk fans and apologists, should I say his cult followers, what has Phil Brooks done to earn the right to, first of all, it's a co-main event, not the main event. The main event is night 2. We all know this, okay? But I want to know is, what has Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, have done to main events to main event WrestleMania? What has he done? And I'm gonna be honest, I was a huge CM Punk fan. I was. I mean, I was a fan for many years. You know, up until 2021, 2022, I started becoming less of a fan of him, because it seems like everywhere he goes, there's some form of controversy. And the thing is, he just comes across as a miserable human being. He comes across as a person that is entitled. Like, he feel like he's owed something. Like this so-called WrestleMania main event, he feels entitled. Like WWE owes him a main event. And the thing is, to be honest, even as a Punk fan, CM Punk was mid in the ring. He wasn't very athletic, first of all. He wasn't very strong, because he could barely lift guys for his finisher. That match he had with Kane when he lifted him for the GTS, he botched it. And he's botched a lot of moves in the ring. Okay? So, as far as his in-ring work, I would say mid. Maybe in his younger days, when he wrestled for the IWA South and Ring of Honor and somewhat TNA, I would say he was decent. But for him to sit here and keep calling himself the best in the world is laughable, because he clearly isn't. I've seen him wrestle Drew McIntyre. I've seen their matches, and he's mid at best. He's not a very good wrestler. Okay, that's just my opinion. I just don't think this narrative that he's the so-called best in the world. And I'm like, best at what? Running his mouth, bitching and moaning about not getting what he wants? Is that what he's best for? Because as far as I know, when I think of best in the world, when I think of best wrestlers in the world, I think of the likes of someone like Seth Rollins, the likes of AJ Styles. Hell, and I'm not a Roman fan, we might as well include Roman Reigns. We want to talk about best in the world, okay? And I know there's people who don't like AEW, and that's fine. And it's not everybody's cup of tea. But when I think of best wrestlers in the world, I would have to put Will Ospreay up there. And before you AEW haters come at me, but that's just my opinion. But as far as CM Punk being the best in the world, he wouldn't even be on my Mount Rushmore of best wrestlers. Because my Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, and this is my humble opinion, Bret Hart would be my Mount Rushmore, because he's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Hell, Shawn Michaels. Who else would be my Mount Rushmore? Eddie Guerrero. That's also part of my Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. Another wrestler. and I'm going to get some hate for this, Chris Benoit. That would be my Mount Rushmore of best wrestlers, in-ring wrestlers, not sports entertainers. The Rock and Steve Austin, they were wrestlers, yes, but they were sports entertainers. They was not known for their wrestling. They was known for, how you say, basically, moments. You know what I'm saying? Telling stories. But as far as CM Punk being the best in the world, no. He's not the best in the world. Clearly isn't. Okay? And not to mention all of his WWE title runs, his AEW title runs, forgettable. Nobody remembers them. Barely. He had the longest title run in modern wrestling history, pro wrestling history, since Bruno Sammartino, since Hulk Hogan. And you don't hear a soul talk about his title run. If anything, his title run was forgettable. Okay? And as you can see in his matches, I think his so-called in-ring ability started deteriorating. Okay? So, the bottom line is, he's not good enough of a wrestler to call himself the best in the world. Mike's skills does not make you the best wrestler. What makes you the best wrestler is what you do in that ring. What you could do in that ring. That's what makes... And beyond that, and it's arguable, yeah, Mike's skills matter. Sure. Yeah, Mike's skills, look. You have to have a look. And you also have to have charisma. Now, CM Punk does have some charisma. He does know how to move a crowd. Problem is, he doesn't have enough to call himself the best in the world. Because there's plenty of wrestlers who have charisma. You know what I mean? I can name, like I said, and I don't mean to be biased towards Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has a shit ton of charisma. And in my humble opinion, he's superior to Punk in the ring. The only thing Punk may have advantage over him is mic skills. But other than that, Seth Rollins, especially a young Seth Rollins, would wrestle circles around Punk. Literally. And this narrative of him being the best in the world, he don't even crack the top 10 best in the world, in my humble opinion. So, getting back to him main eventing WrestleMania, he doesn't deserve it. And that's just my humble opinion. He just... again, I want to ask his cult followers, what has your boy CM Punk have done to earn such an honor to co-main event of WrestleMania? Because that's what it is. It's co-main event. It's not the main event. The main event is Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. And by the way, we all know what's going to happen. Cody Rhodes is going to drop the title to John Cena. We already know this. So, all you Cody Rhodes fans out there, you better get used to it, because Cody's dropping the title, whether he likes it or not. And to tell you the truth, Cody's been rather boring anyway. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. He just doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. To me, he doesn't. There are wrestlers in WWE that deserve it way more than he does. It just comes across as, you owe me something. You owe me, basically. And someone need to tell CM Punk the world doesn't owe him shit. He hasn't done anything to earn such a main event. And yeah, people are going to say the feud between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. And honestly, Drew McIntyre should have won the feud. In my opinion. Drew literally carried CM Punk in that feud. Literally. Okay, if you look at their matches, he carried him. So, it's just, I tell you, man, and what kills me is the fact that his fans, no matter what he says and does, he can do no wrong in their eyes. He could do no wrong in their eyes. I have this thing where, say for example, if CM Punk committed murder day or tomorrow, his fans would literally blame the victim and not the man that committed the murder, which is CM Punk's case. So, His fans, and I'll say it to their faces. I hate his fans. His fans are everything that's wrong with pro wrestling. His fans are smarks or marks that think because a person is some good or somewhat good or decent in the ring, they deserve a title shot. They deserve a main event at WrestleMania. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to earn it. Has CM Punk earned a so-called main event at WrestleMania? In my honest and humble opinion, no. He has not. Especially since he bitched and moaned about it on the podcast some odd years ago. And what is this big deal about main event in a WrestleMania? Because as far as I know, Triple H and Randy Orton main event at WrestleMania 25, and that match was trash. That match was straight up dog shit. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. What was it? WrestleMania 34 in San Francisco. That match wasn't that good. The only thing that made it good was when Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank. That's what made it good. So this whole main event of WrestleMania, I think it's overrated. You know, I think people like Punk overrates main eventing of WrestleMania when clearly he doesn't deserve it. He wasn't good enough to main event back then, and he's damn sure not good enough to main event now. He's not even a very good wrestler. He's been carried in almost all of his matches, whether it was in WWE and AEW. Okay? And not to mention, you know, a prick like him don't deserve to main event a WrestleMania. Seriously. Like, I don't understand. Like, no, I understand. I get it. This is CM Punk's last chance. He knows it. He knows he don't have a whole lot of years in the gas tank. He's almost 50 years old. And it's been proven he is injury prone. Just because he hasn't had an injury in a while doesn't mean he's not prone to getting injured again. Okay? So this is his last chance. This is his last chance to finally so-called main event of WrestleMania. I, for one, I don't think he deserves it. That's just my opinion. And if people want to come after me, then so be it. I will gladly stand up for myself. And I stand by what I said. And I'm going to stand by what I said to the day I die. I was once a CM Punk fan. I was. But now, not anymore. He just comes across as a miserable, entitled, toxic prick. Just like he was in AEW. Just like he was in WWE. Oh, just like he was in Ring of Honor. Just like he was in TNA. People wonder why things didn't work out in TNA. He was probably a prick. And he's admitted this, that he's not the easiest person to get along with. The only reason, until you Punk apologists, you cult followers, the only reason he's playing nice, he's been playing nice for almost 2 years, because this is his last chance. That's why. I guarantee if there wasn't a behavioral clause in his contract that Triple H placed in to keep his ass in line, he wouldn't be playing nice. He'd be the same old prick that he once was when he came to WWE. An entitled prick. A miserable prick. And by the way, for you apologists out there, guess what? When he was in AEW, he was the one that started those fights. Those fights that he started with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and the fight with Jack Perry backstage. He started those fights. So therefore, he was clearly in the wrong. Therefore, that proves right there he's a toxic asshole. A prick. So to sum up everything I'm saying, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. He does not deserve the main event of WrestleMania. But like I said, I mean, I'm not really mad, you know, I'm just annoyed how this entitled prick got a so-called main event when so many other talent deserve it way more than he does. But like I said, those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like, please subscribe. If you don't like, I would like to hear your opinions. You can say whatever you like. I'm a big boy. I could take criticism. Even to you punk apologists out there, if you have the need to want to defend this asshole and you want to come after me, go right ahead. But he doesn't deserve it. And those are my thoughts. So, to everyone out there, have a blessed day. And I will be making more videos. Peace.